players doing all the talking with their mouth in pregame. We talk with the pads. Always have, always will. So let's be together as a team, and let's roll this thing, fellas.
Sean Laiata remembers his days as the head coach of the Erie Explosion fondly, racking up national indoor records with his high-octane offense and bringing 2 league championships to the flagship city. Nowadays, Laiata continues to run his no-huddle, no-mercy offense as head coach at Burrell High School, just outside of Pittsburgh. But now that it's the high school offseason, he has signed on to help with a new spring football league, the FCF.
For the past 5 years, I've helped our founders build this from the ground up. And it's been really an invigorating and exciting experience for me. It's not on the field coaching, but it's directing and leading a coaching staff and getting everything in place from a football operations end. I've had a hand in it.
Laiata has remained behind the scenes during training camp in Atlanta, but he handpicked offensive guru John Jenkins to make sure teams put points on the board on their 50-yard field. You may remember Jenkins from his days coaching the Houston Cougars, putting up video game numbers in the 80s and 90s with the run-and-shoot offense, and guiding quarterback Andre Ware to the Heisman Trophy in 1989. Now in his 9th professional league, he's the official architect of this 7-on-7 game.
I guess I'm a sucker for startup organizations. 7-man football, this is an entirely new game that's been created. Real live players with video game style.
Before you roll your eyes to those 3 words, Spring Football League, and you think of the USFL, the XFL, the AAF, leagues that stop their operations for one reason or another, the FCF is a completely different concept. Imagine this, your daily fantasy team that you spent the entire week scouting and drafting is a real-life team of real players playing together for you. The rules to this game, whether it's what is a catch, replay, or playoff seeding, that was all decided by you. Oh, and that touchdown from last week in the closing seconds that won your team the game, that play was called by you. What am I talking about here? I'm talking about fan-controlled football, where you're not just enjoying the game, you're a part of it.
We're an entire new concept, something that's never been done. I mean, we are literally allowing people from home to control our company. Like, who's ever done that before?
Commissioner Ray Austin played 3 seasons in the NFL in the late 90s and has used his knowledge of the game to guide his 3 partners with tech backgrounds into launching this interactive football experience, including real live play calling.
Who hasn't sat on a couch and screamed at the TV and like, man, I could have called a better play than that? We want you to use your football intelligence and win some prizes, win some games, and be champions like the rest of us.
The angle and the way you're going to view the game is going to look similar to you playing a video game.
And you will be presented as you're watching the game with a series of 4 plays, either 4 run plays or 4 pass plays, depending on what you select for your team. Whatever has the highest number of votes will be run by our players.
The normal person never has an opportunity to experience the emotional highs or the emotional lows of a football coach. Now they do.
Video game angles, video game offense, video game controls. It makes sense that the video game live streaming channel Twitch will be the FCF's platform. And this innovation has already attracted many big names. Super Bowl champions Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman, Minnesota Twins pitcher Trevor May, and rapper Quavo are some of the celebrities who have signed on as team owners. But, according to Laiata, fans from Erie to Tokyo are building this game, so they are the most important part.
The FCF is not lip service. The founders of this organization are fans. So if you were a fan of the old Arena Football League or indoor football leagues, you're going to love fan-controlled football.
The 4 teams of the FCF will play 6 weeks in their inaugural season. Week 1 kicks off live on Twitch February 13th, 6 days after the Super Bowl. Spencer Lee, YourErie.com.